Hey, my name is Marvin. I've built 5 different online businesses to over 5 figures a month separately in the past 9 years. On this channel, I just upload advice daily for free. I just decided to do that because I actually have a main channel with currently over 1,000 subscribers, and I get a lot of questions. You can see my 5 different brands I've built over here. And basically what we focus on is, with the business at least that I like to build, is that every single client makes us somewhere between roughly $18,000 to $60,000 per year. You can see 2 examples right here. You can see a more recent example right here. And I get a lot of questions because I have sold services in 39 different countries in the past 9 years. So if you want to see more proof, you can go to marvinadam.com or just head to my main channel. But let's get into the question of the day. The question is, what is the best service to sell going into 2026? So when it comes to my own experience, I've sold email marketing services. I have sold automation services, funnel building services, website services, ad services, pretty much of every kind that you can think of. Google ads, Instagram ads, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, you name it, I've done it. Also, I have sold AI content to businesses, basically. For example, if I work with a business that had no one that would be presentable for that business in terms of clients or testimonials, for example, then we generated clients, so to say. It was actually for a gym, for a fitness center, and used those AI images for ads. So basically, I got paid to use Midjourney to then generate these images for them. Now, that being said, I think I've done pretty much everything there is to do, and I have a strong opinion on basically, let me say, where things are heading. Now, on YouTube, there's one huge problem that I see, and that is that people push different directions based on hype, and of course they try to hype their own solution, right? So the boring answer is everything still works and is still going to work next year, and is still going to work most likely in the next 5 to 10 years. What I mean by that, let me explain, is that businesses still need to rank high on Google. They still need to get eyeballs to their business on basically every platform. No matter whether we're talking about Facebook or talking about Instagram or YouTube or TikTok, right? Of course, it depends on the brand. It depends largely on the demographic of that brand as well, right? But yeah, not much is really going to change. A lot of, I think, directions that we see pushed on YouTube right now, narratives, is that the next big gold rush is going to be just focusing on AI-related offers, AI-related services. Now, while that is to some degree, of course, justified, let me say that from my own experience, there are still so many business owners in the age range of 50 to 70 or 75. And for these people, let me tell you, it's already a headache to explain to them why they need marketing in general, digital marketing. They just don't get it. Even after producing crazy results for these people on LinkedIn, on Facebook, it doesn't really matter, and showing them these results, they still can't grasp what it means when your profile, your views, your engagement grew by, for example, 1,500% in the past 5 months. And you show them that and you say, this is what we achieved with an ad budget of, I don't know, $500. They still don't get it. So why do I say that? I say that because it's going to be even harder to explain artificial intelligence to them. So what I mean by that is we are still very, very early when it comes to the implementation of AI-related automation, AI-related services. Now, of course, that doesn't apply when we're talking about somebody in our age range. Like, the person could be a millennial, could even be a Gen Z, could also be a Gen X. Maybe then that doesn't apply. But that being said, from my own experience, there's a lot more explaining that goes into selling a service that is AI related currently still compared to the classical digital marketing. Now, the way how I see things, what I consider the easiest to grow and the easiest to really sell as well. Our services are very, very low maintenance. For me, especially lately in the past 2 years, that has still been, I guess that's kind of surprising, just the most basic and the most typical ads. I said to you in the beginning, the answer is going to be very boring. So just to name one of many examples, Google Ads is still the place to be. Ranking businesses on Google is so easy, it is so cheap for the business, and also it's minimal to no work really involved in terms of there are literally campaigns that I set up and forgot in terms of course, I don't forget about my responsibility of checking in the account and checking what's going on. But in terms of maintenance, this is really usually less than 1 hour a week. And you get paid, depending on, of course, for how much money you sold the service, anywhere from only $500 to $1,000 to $1,500 a month, sometimes even up to multiple thousands a month for just checking a simple Google ad for a business on a contract that can be 8 to 12 to 16 to 18 to 24 months long, right? So that would be my answer for today. It's boring, but the answer is nothing is going to change in the short term, no matter what anybody's going to tell you on YouTube. The thing is, people like to use psychology a lot in their videos, and I get why. To like push something new is exciting, and to really sell the new thing, right? That's just an exciting thing to do. But these things that have been here for quite a while still have the potential, basically you still have the potential to start selling these services now, even though these have been around for like 5 or 10 or 15 years. It doesn't make any difference. To put things in perspective for you, when I started, because you must be looking at me, even if you were just introduced to me like 5 minutes ago, right? You must be thinking, wow, this guy's been around for like 9 years. He must have seen and done everything. First of all, no, I haven't. But of course, I tried like a bunch of things, right? And when I started basically selling and offering email services. And email has been invented like when? In the 80s or something like that. So if you think about it, like there were even email marketing service providers back in the 90s. So I was actually also like 25 years like late to the party, you can say, because I wasn't born earlier. But that being said, I know my answer is going to make you feel like, wow, I'm so late to the party. Everybody has already been doing this. They are so much better than me. Don't focus on your competition. Just get started. It doesn't matter. There are like, who knows, 50 million people out there, maybe not 50 million, but a lot of people who are better than me at providing the kind of service I provide to a business. Yet, I close the deals. I walk away with new clients all the time. So the only thing you have to learn is how to sell yourself, how to be of value, legitimate value to a client, and that's the only two things that really matter. How to make yourself and your offer seem very, very valuable and seem to be just a no-brainer to say yes for a client, and then how you can actually legitimately help this client. That's the only two things. Now, I'm uploading every single day. I will answer a question every single day on this brand new channel. What I would like you to do is, if you like that, to come back tomorrow, ask me your questions. I will answer your question in a video for you. Also, if you want to have more fancy videos, you can head over to my main channel. There's a lot more there. I started like 2 years ago. If you want to see a free training of me breaking down basically the kind of businesses I launched, how I did that, and sharing some of the secrets, you can go to marvinadam.com and watch my free training. That's it for today.